Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. Hospitals across Nigeria are experiencing significant disruptions due to a nationwide strike by nurses organized by the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives. The industrial action has put the spotlight once again on patient care and the state of the country's healthcare system. So what are the nurses demanding? DW's Abiodun Jamiu has the details.
This marks the first nationwide strike by the union in 4 decades. Now in its second day, the strike follows a 15-day ultimatum issued by the nurses to the federal government, demanding urgent attention to their welfare concerns. The nurses are calling for improved salaries, better working conditions, and increased staffing. In many states, compliances with the strike has been total, leaving hospitals understaffed and patients without adequate care. Some facilities have been forced to partially shut down, while others are struggling to maintain services, resulting in long delays and a reduced quality of care.
We call on the stakeholders of the health sector and the government to look into nurses' demands and address it. Because patients are crying, patients are suffering. They don't have enough care. They don't see nurses to care for their issues and ailments. Please let the federal government look into their demand as soon as possible and resolve it.
Since yesterday, 6 p.m., we are here at Udut Trauma Center. Up to now, my mother has never get a medical attention. That I think the problem of strike of the nurses, I think that is what caused this problem.
I will tell you the truth. The nurses have an important role to play to we patients. We, the patients, we are begging Nigerians to please do something about it. They should call the nurses back or do for them what they want.
Tanzania's recent decision to prohibit foreigners from operating in 15 categories of small businesses has ignited controversy across East Africa. The move is aimed at protecting local enterprises amid concerns that foreign nationals, particularly from China, have increasingly taken over trades traditionally reserved for Tanzanians. Why does this story matter? The decision has drawn sharp criticism from neighboring countries, especially Kenya, which has formally urged Tanzania to reverse the restrictions. Kenyan officials argue that the ban violates the East African Community Common Market Protocol, which guarantees the free movement of goods, people, and services. The backlash has also spilled onto social media, where many Kenyans are calling for reciprocal measures. However, business leaders and lawmakers warn that such a tit-for-tat approach could escalate into a damaging trade standoff. Stephen Munyakho, a Kenyan national who spent 14 years on death row in a Saudi Arabian prison, has finally returned home after securing his freedom last week. But what led to his imprisonment? Munyakho was convicted in 2011 following the death of a Yemen colleague during a workplace altercation. Although he insisted the incident was accidental, Saudi law handed him a death sentence. For over a decade, his case remained unresolved until a combination of diplomatic negotiations and public fundraising efforts led to a breakthrough. His release was made possible after the victim's family accepted a $1 million in diya, blood money, effectively halting the execution order that had been issued in 2024. Why does this story matter? Munyakho's case, which gained widespread attention through the #BringBackStevo campaign, highlights critical issues around justice, forgiveness, and the power of public diplomacy in life and death situations. And that's all we had time for today. Don't forget to leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe to our channel, DW Africa. I'm Lucy Riley.